What's up, my people? So it's been a while since I posted an Airbnb video or a short-term rental business video. I'm actually walking through one of the neighborhoods where I have one of my short-term rentals here in the suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in the business since 2018. So that's going on, it'll be 5 years. Yeah, going on 5 years. And for those of you who have watched some of my previous videos, I've given my insight on how I run the business, things you need to watch out for. And over the years, I've given, friends of mine my feedback on how to get into the business, how to run the business, what it takes to be successful. There are a lot of people out here now. I'm sure you've seen the ads on Facebook and YouTube and whatever other social media platforms there are. There are a lot of people now who are offering courses on how to get into the business and how to run the business and be successful at it. And a lot of those people who are offering those courses are, in my opinion, legitimate sources to learn from. But then there are a lot of people out there who, in my opinion, are not legitimate sources to learn from. So the purpose of this video is to tell you what you need to look out for when you're looking to find somebody to mentor you in this business and help you chart a path for getting into the business and charting a path for success in the business. So things to look out for. Number one, you want to find somebody with experience. There are a lot of people out here today who are offering courses as an expert. They don't have the experience. Maybe they've been in a few months, a year, which in my opinion is not enough time to have the experience you need to teach someone else what they need to know about getting into the business and being successful in the business. In my opinion, you need to find someone who has experience going through all 4 seasons twice. Somebody who has gone through all 4 seasons twice. Winter, spring, summer, fall, twice. So 2 years essentially. Because that person will have a sense of what the rhythm is. That person will have a sense of what the rhythm is in the business, what the cycles are like in the business. They will have gone through a couple of busy seasons and a couple of slow seasons. And they will have seen enough over the course of 2 years to offer you some really sound advice as you're getting into the business and charting your way to success in the business. So again, number one, experience. You want to find somebody with experience. Number two, once you find somebody with experience, you want to find out how much money they're making in the business. They should be able to show you the numbers. Anybody who's offering a course on how to run the Airbnb business or short-term rental business should be able to log into their Airbnb account, however many they have, their VRBO account, however many they have, their Booking.com account, however many they have, and they should be able to show you how much revenue they're bringing in on their short-term rental business. They should be able to show you the numbers. But that number you see on the screens that they pull up when they log into their accounts is the gross revenue number. They also need to be able to show you what their profit is after all expenses, because that number you see, or that number they show you when they log into their Airbnb account, that shows their earnings. That doesn't account for expenses. So if, for example, that number on the screen is $50,000 for the year of 2022, you have to keep in mind that that's not all profit. And you need to ask the question, how much of that is profit? Now, something you should know about that is, for most hosts, if they're running the business properly, if they know what they're doing, they run the business properly, they can expect to have about a 50% profit. 50% of the overall revenue would typically be their profit. So if somebody's showing you on their earnings screen when they log into their Airbnb account, somebody's showing you revenue of $50,000, then you could probably count on them about $25,000 of that being profit. You can count on about $25,000 of that being profit. Again, if they know what they're doing, if they know what they're doing, if they're managing, if they're running the business efficiently, about half of that overall revenue number will be profit. So that's number two. Show you how much. They should be able to show you how much money they're making, show you the numbers. I would ask the question also, I would take a step further, because like I said, that number on the Airbnb screen or VRBO screen, the earnings screen, that's not a real number. I would ask to see, to look at the software they use to manage their cash flow, like QuickBooks, or that's the one I use, QuickBooks. But whoever you're going to learn this from, they should be managing their cash flow. They should have some mechanism to manage their cash flow. So I would ask to see that. So that'll show you the real numbers. Like if somebody who has a QuickBooks account and has all their business bank accounts attached to it, they should be able to log into their QuickBooks account and show you their cash flow. It'll show you the balances month over month, quarter over quarter, year over year. It'll give you a real-time snapshot of the health of their business. So that's a key thing that I would ask for, that I would ask to see if I were trying to make a decision on who I would choose to teach me about the short-term rental business, or the Airbnb business as it's often called. Point number two is extremely important. Have them show you the numbers. Show you the numbers. You want to make money in this business. You don't want to get into it just to get into it. You want to make money. So if you're going to learn from somebody who is making money and making the kind of money that you want to make. You know, if you want to make 5 figures, find somebody who's making 5 figures or more. If you want to find somebody in this business, if you want to make 6 figures, find somebody who's making 6 figures or more. If you want to make 7 figures, find somebody who's making 7 figures or more. Like I said, this point number 2 is very important. They should be able to show you the money, show you the numbers, show you the money. Number 3, beware of distractions. Beware of distractions. What do I mean by distractions? You know, a lot of the ads I see for people marketing their short-term rental course or Airbnb course, you know, you'll see somebody on the beach on a lavish vacation, or at some fancy high-rise in the city, or at some penthouse that they claim they're charging $1,000 a night for, right? They might be standing by a fancy car, a Bentley or Mercedes or something like that, claiming that this business that they're running, that they're in, the short-term rental business, this Airbnb business, has afforded them this lifestyle. That's a distraction. That's a distraction. Dream selling is big business, and that's what they're doing there. It's marketing. It's smart marketing because it works. But I'm telling you, as somebody who's potentially looking for someone to mentor them in this business, that's something that you have to set aside. That's something you have to set aside. What they do with their money, what they do with the money that they have earned in the business, that really shouldn't matter to you. I mean, because that shouldn't matter to you, because what you do with your money once you get it is up to you. What makes them happy is not necessarily what's going to make you happy. And then also, just because they're on a beach, just because they're shooting their video or their ad on a beach somewhere, or in some lavish penthouse, or standing in front of a fancy car, that does not serve as evidence that they're successful. For a couple $1,000s, you can go on a nice vacation and take a video while you're on the beach in Thailand or wherever. For a couple $1,000s, you can take a trip to Qatar, or not Qatar. What am I trying to think of? Dubai. For a few $1,000s, you can take a trip to Dubai and stay in some fancy hotel and shoot a video from there. That doesn't mean that you're rolling in dough. It doesn't mean that you're rolling in dough. That means you were able to save up a few $1,000s to go on a vacation. And of course, anybody can rent a Bentley. You can rent a Lamborghini, a BMW, stand in front of it and say, hey, look how great I'm doing. You should learn from me. So, again, beware of the distractions. Beware of distractions when trying to choose somebody who can teach you this business, the Airbnb business, the short-term rental business. Beware of distractions, because that's all it is. It's distraction. It's a distraction. Dream selling is big business. It's big business. That's why speakers are able to command such high speaking fees, because people pay a lot of money to be told a dream, sold a dream. Dream selling is big business. And that's a big part of marketing. A big part of marketing is dream selling. Dream selling, telling the story about how you too can live the dream. That's what marketing is a lot of times. Telling the story, and it's very effective. Telling the story about how you too can live the dream. But you need to be less concerned with the dream and more concerned with the plan. More concerned with the plan. Somebody who can give you a plan that you can follow to get to your dream. A plan that's written down. One of my superiors, a CIO I worked for not too long ago, told me that if a plan is not written down, it's just a dream. That's all it is. It's just a dream. Making dreams come true takes action. It takes action. So again, you need to be less concerned with the dream that some of these people are selling you, or trying to sell you, and be more concerned with the plan. If you come across somebody who's selling you a dream and trying to sell you their course, I would say that don't take it too hard on them, because they're trying to sell you something, so they're using their selling techniques to sell you something. But ask a follow-up question. What's the plan? What is the plan? Whoever you invest in to teach you about this business, you need to be certain that they're capable of providing a plan for you that you can execute. So, to recap, those are the 3 things you need to look out for when trying to make a decision on who's going to teach you, trying to make a decision on who you should choose to teach you this business. Number 1, do they have experience? Number 2, can they show you the numbers? How much money are they making? And number 3, be aware of the distractions, and don't get distracted by the distractions. Again, there are legitimate people out here who are offering courses who know what they're doing. As a matter of fact, I bought a module of a course for a very one person who's pretty popular in this business. I think he probably has the number one, Airbnb channel, Airbnb course channel on YouTube. His name is Sean Rocketjeets. You can check him out. He has a lot more videos than I do. He must have a lot of time on his hands because he makes a video like every day, seems like. But he has a lot more videos than I do. He's been in the business, I think, 7 or 8 years now. And his course cost about $5,000. He also sells it in modules. I actually bought one module of his course for like $400. It was one little piece. It was a module that covered a particular strategy that he used for pricing. And that was something that I was interested in. And so I bought the course for I bought the module of the course for like $400. And most of the stuff he had in the module, I already knew. But there was one little nugget that he had in there that I did not know. And it would have taken me a long time. I would have figured it out eventually, but it would have taken me a while to figure it out. And I would have lost more than $400 trying to figure it out myself rather than pay him $400 to give me that tidbit of information. So again, there are legitimate people out here who teach how to get into this business and how to be successful at it. But you need to be very choosy. You need to be very, very choosy, very intentional, very pragmatic about how you make that choice. And again, I'll recap one more time before I end this video. When looking for somebody to teach you this business, you want to ask, number one, do they have the experience? And in my opinion, they need at least 2 years of experience. Number two, they should be able to show you how much money they're making, show you the money, show you the numbers. And then number three, don't get distracted by the distractions, the fancy cars, the lavish vacations, the fancy penthouses that they might be displaying in their ads trying to sell you their course. Don't get distracted by that. Stick to the basics. Experience, show me the money, don't get distracted, show me a plan. Don't sell me a dream, sell me a plan. So that wraps this video up. It's been a while since I posted one. I'll try to post them a little bit more often. But I hope this helps somebody out there who's looking at getting into the business and potentially looking to have someone mentor them and teach them how to get into the business and run the business successfully. I do have other videos that I've recorded on various topics about the Airbnb business, the short-term rental business. So you can go back on YouTube and watch those videos. My website is thinkownership.com. If you have any questions about this business, hit me up. You can hit me up through my website. You can book a call on my website. Well, actually, you can't book a call on my website right now because I think I have my calendar blocked. But you can hit me up in my DMs on Facebook, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can. Again, my website is thinkownership.com. Later.